Alright guys, welcome back. Another video today. So today's video, what I want to go over today is why getting ripped is much easier than you think. And I say that because I'm a fitness coach and I have a lot of people in my DMs, asking me like just very simple questions. I'm not like complaining or anything because everyone starts from somewhere. But I've noticed one common theme, and that is people love to overcomplicate things. So that's what I'm going to go over today. Because getting jacked, getting in shape is much easier than you think. You might be sitting there just like, oh, you're only saying that because you got 7 years or 8 years of lifting under your belt. Yes, and I've learned a lot of, yes, that is true, but I've gone through a lot of trial and error periods in those 7 years, and I know it works at this point, so that is what I'm going to talk about today. Basically, all the things that I've found over the last 7 years of lifting, and why it's much easier than you think. So I'm going to show you how you can design your own workout program, even if you're a moron. So again, going through this in one take. So so if I stutter, if I fuck up, if my dog in the background barks or whatever, it is what it is. All right, so this is why your current routine is not working. You're actually lacking knowledge on what stimulates muscle growth to begin with. Like, you don't know about progressive overload. A lot of people, I'm kind of surprised, honestly, how many people don't. Like, they know what progressive overload is, but they just don't apply it. Like, they go into the gym, do the exact same thing every single day, which, I mean, it's better than not going, right? Staying in shape, at least getting after it, doing better than 99% of the people. But anyways, so you can't just be doing the same thing over and over again because your body is going to adapt. Like, I don't want to sound like a dick, but I went to my old gym, like the gym I first started going to when I first started lifting. Like, I went there last week and I saw the same people and they look the exact same. If they're trying to maintain what they have, they're not really trying to build on it or anything, then who am I to say? But all I'm just saying is my observations. I'm not trying to talk shit or anything like that. Number 2, you're not tracking on your progress. So for me, I've been doing it for so long, I can literally just remember what workouts I did, how many reps, how much weight I did every single time, because I do basically the same exercise, not same exercises, but same structure of exercises every single time. But I'm increasing the weight, volume, one thing or another. Another issue is hopping on bandwagon and fad diets. I see it so often with guys where people will be like, oh, the ketogenic diet is the key to fat loss. It's the magic pill. It's funny because people do the ketogenic diet for a week and they'll lose a bunch of weight, but that's not fat. That's just a lot of excess bullshit, water, also glycogen as well, because carbs feel glycogen in your muscles. So people get all excited, and then, you probably will look a little bit better. I mean, if you cut out all the water and bloat from the carbs, especially if you're eating shit carbs, then yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of weight really quick. But you're not actually losing that much fat. What every single diet has to have in common in order for you to lose fat is a calorie deficit. Another one is inconsistency. So this also goes back to the training. So what I mean by this is that people will be on and off of the gym for like 10 years and they haven't really progressed much, because if you keep progressing, then you stop, then you keep progressing, you're just going to keep going up and down. You're not going to really see any long-term results. Also, eating a shitty diet. So eating healthy does not mean more muscle. That is a big misconception. If you just slam fruits and vegetables, rice and chicken, that does not mean you're going to build muscle. Because the chances are, if you're eating those clean foods, it's going to be very difficult for you to get in the amount of calories you need to actually build muscle. Depending on, everyone's different obviously, but skipping breakfast. This one actually kind of pisses me off. So if you're trying to lose fat, then great. Skipping breakfast is great. But if you're trying to get jacked, which is what we're talking about here mostly, then you want to make sure you have breakfast. And also, don't mix up the exercises too frequently. It's okay to do it every once in a while, but really focus on like a couple compound lifts and just progressive overload on those and just get stronger on those. That's how you see results. Just stick to the basics, really. Doing the exact same thing every time. I kind of mentioned that earlier. Not progressing any weight, volume, or anything like that. Not doing progressive overload, and actual effort versus perceived effort. Sometimes you'll go for a leg day and you'll hit you feel like you're working your ass off because legs are difficult, but if you compare it to your last workout, it's the exact same thing. And then shitty sleep and recovery modalities. Don't go out drinking every single weekend. That's literally going to fuck up your recovery. Don't go around fucking messing up your sleeping schedule. You want to stay consistent for a long period of time. Okay, stop overcomplicating everything. Once you understand the basics, double down, trust the process, and stay consistent. There's no, it's not rocket science, guys. All it is just, it just takes a while. That's it. It's not rocket science. It's just doing the same thing pretty much every single day. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. You're not a pioneer of human evolution, at least yet. You know, you might find the next, I don't know, fucking supplement. You might invent the next supplement that gives like gear-like results and it's natty. I don't know. Train to failure. Eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Eat in a surplus. Sleep 7 to 8 hours a day. A night. Drink 1 gallon of water. Do these things every day for a long period of time, and you will get jacked. Those are the basics. Check off those in your mind every single night, then you're gonna get jacked. Don't work harder than you don't work harder than you need to. Another big mistake people make. They think they have to spend like 2 to 3 hours a day in the gym, and they're just doing like random fluff work and doing all these weird stretches. Like, I mean, you can do that, but again, don't want to work harder if you don't have to. All right, training. So 6, this is all you need. This is all you need to actually stimulate muscle growth and get jacked. 6 to 9 working sets to failure per muscle group per workout. I just trained chest and I did 9 working sets for chest, all to failure. I did a little bit of shoulders and I was out of there. Like, it was a very quick workout. I think maybe a little over an hour. I did some cardio and sauna after, so I was maybe there an hour and a half, but you don't need to do cardio in the sauna every single day to get jacked. I do recommend doing cardio every single day, but it doesn't have to be directly after your workout. I do it like fasted cardio in the morning. Anyways, start with compound movements, bench, squat, deadlift. This is where you're going to be able to stimulate the most muscle growth because it's going to be the biggest load on your muscles. And then you want to finish with isolations, you know, and then I give an example of chest workout there. This is very similar to what I did. In this case, this is my typical chest workout actually. I usually do an incline Smith machine bench, 2 to 3 working sets to failure between 8 and 12 reps. Same thing, flat bench dumbbell press. I think I did incline dumbbell press today, but you get the point. And then you can do just like a fly variation to really just burn out the muscle. I do like slightly higher reps with flies. Structure all of your workouts like this. Train each muscle 1 to 2 times a week. 1 if you're a complete beginner because you don't want to be overtraining off the bat. Like I said, I mean, depending on your split, you can get away with only going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week for 45-minute to 60-minute sessions, which equates to less than 6 hours a week. So if you guys say you don't have time to hit the gym, I mean, I think we can all make 6 hours a week. I mean, how much time are you spending watching Netflix and smoking weed right now? I don't know, man. Priorities. All right. So for your nutrition, if you're trying to get jacked, first thing you want to do is find your caloric maintenance for 7 days. 7 days to 14 days is good. Make sure you keep everything as consistent as possible so you get the most accurate readings. Once you have your maintenance, add 200 to 300 calories. Again, you're going to be, as long as you know how to track all your stuff in MyFitnessPal, weigh it all out. Super simple. I have a training on that as well that's in the free program if you guys want it. If you want that free program, just DM me on IG. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You know, you don't have to go too crazy on the protein. I know some people, I know myself included, when I first started working out, all I was drinking was protein shakes, and what I saw was a fuck ton of acne and no gains. So, no extra gains, I should say. Quality food sources like chicken, beef, steak, rice, oats, eggs, egg whites. I mean, yeah, those are, you can do I do if it fits your macros as well, but I found if you get protein from sources like that and carbs from sources like that, you'll feel much better. Your workouts will be much better, but you can still do an if it fits your macros style program too, if you prefer, if that's easier for you to stick to. So yeah, you can absolutely still have all your favorite foods. You just have to track it all into MyFitnessPal and just be more mindful of the quantities. Ideally, you want to space out between 4 to 6 meals with an even distribution of calories and macros. It just helps with your digestive system. Don't have all your protein in like 1 to 2 meals. I used to do that. I used to have like 3 meals a day. I used to have like 3 meals a day, and I'd wait till the end of the day, and I'd have like 2,000 calories to eat, and I would just binge. Man, I feel like I was gonna puke half the time, but I mean, I was a beginner once too. So, and have breakfast no later than an hour to an hour and a half after waking up. Do not skip breakfast if you want to get jacked. You are leaving gains on the table. When you wake up, you are in the most depleted space possible because you just went all night without eating, like 8 to 10 hours, depending on your last meal. If you're trying to lose fat, that's a different story. Fasting can work very well if you're trying to lose fat. All right, recovery. So if you're training as hard as possible, then you will need to make sure you're getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night and focusing on any way to get rest when you aren't training. I still do recommend doing like cardio, but try to space it out as far away from your training as possible. Like I do my cardio like first thing in the morning at like 6 a.m. I just do like a walk, 30-minute walk, fasted cardio, and then I lift around 1 o'clock. So that's a decent space between those. And they don't really, and those walks don't really take away from my lift. Like I'm not doing some crazy sprints or anything like that, or no hit or anything like that. You want to have a consistent circadian rhythm too, like going to bed, waking up roughly the same time. This is just going to turn your body into a machine even more. Don't be that guy who's consistent on the weekdays and then on the weekends you just stay up all night, fucking doing some booger sugar, drinking alcohol. You're going to lose all your gains for the week. I can promise you that. Alcohol directly interferes with muscle building protein synthesis. I just know that alcohol directly inhibits recovery and therefore less gains if you drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol anymore because I am focused on trying to get huge. So once you build a muscle, it's very easy to maintain, and you can indulge much more if you really want to, but if you're 100%, but it will 100% hinder your progress. So it's much easier to maintain it. So if you just put in the work a few years before, then you can go back, and not only will you look better when you go out and drink, maybe go to festivals, take your shirt off, but you also won't have to worry about losing too many gains because it's very easy to maintain. It's also easy to build, but it just takes a little bit more time. All right. So focus on the basics and double down what is tried and true. Do the simple shit for a long period of time and you will get people questioning whether or not you're natty. Do the ordinary things for an extraordinary amount of time to see extraordinary results. And apply that concept, not even just fitness, to anything in life, really. So intensity over volume. Less time in the gym and more effective workouts. That's a huge one. Like, I get it. Like everyone has full-time jobs, wife, kids, maybe. You want to have some free time to yourself. So if you can just condense your workouts and be as efficient as possible, man, it'd be so easy to get jacked. 4 to 6 hours a week in the gym, tops, once you get your split down in your lifts. And if you use that structure I mentioned earlier, shouldn't be too hard for you as long as the training and intensity is there. Eating a surplus of 200 to 300 calories with at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight and drink plenty of water. And don't be a bitch and skip breakfast if your main goal is trying to get jacked. I know some people say, I just don't have an appetite in the morning. I'm the same way. That's why I have a smoothie in the morning, which is super easy for me to get down. It's like 700-800 calories, tastes delicious. So sleep at least 7 to 8 hours a night and limit alcohol consumption as much as possible while you are trying to build your foundation. Now, you can't... Look, I get it. Some of you guys are like, maybe just turned 21. You want to enjoy yourself. I get it. You got to have that phase in your life at some point. But it's just whatever is important to you at the time, really. So, all right, guys, that's it. A little bit of a shorter one today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you found this valuable. I will see you tomorrow for the next one. And look at my dog. All right, peace out, guys.